Hello everybody, this is TotalTyrant OSX with the very first video on my channel. So for all of you that don't know what I do, I pretty much just make tutorials for Photoshop. I do Minecraft Let's Plays, I do other Let's Plays, I do Steam Let's Plays. I make tutorials for Adobe and all that kind of stuff. Pretty much if you have a suggestion for any kind of video you want me to do, just pretty much put a comment on the video or send me a PM or something like that. Also, my email is totaltyrantosx@gmail.com. So if you have any ideas, just tell me. So for this introduction video, I'm going to be showing you how to make a customized background pretty easy with Adobe Photoshop CS6 for beginners. So the first thing you want to do is check your screen resolution. So right click anywhere on the desktop and click screen resolution, and on Windows 7 this works. For Mac you can click system preferences and then click display, and it should give you the screen resolution. For this it is 1366 by 768, so you can remember your resolution and then click OK. So you're going to want to go to Google Chrome or Google or whatever browser you have, and just go to Google. And then you want to click images, and you want to search up any image you have. You can also go to any wallpaper like website and download it there, but for this I'm just going to do Windows 7 and then wallpaper. That's a keyword to find a good resolution, and then put the resolution is said on your screen. So 1366 by 768. And I am going with this, so click this and then click view original image, and then right click save image as and save it wherever you want. So I've already saved mine on the desktop. So let's begin. So you want to, once you get your wallpaper on the desktop, you right click, open with Adobe Photoshop, or you can just open Adobe Photoshop and add it. So I have already added my picture. So now that we have our picture, you need to left click this lock, double click it, and then click OK. And so that'll unlock it, so now you can do some filter changes. So click image, and the first thing I usually like to do is add a photo filter. So as you saw on my desktop, it like I changed it to green, and so that's the first thing you want to do. So turn your density all the way up, go to colors, and pick a color. So I'm gonna go with red for this tutorial. You can choose any other color you want. Click OK, and then change the density to around where you want. So I'm gonna put it down to like 52, because that looks pretty good. I want kind of the middle in there, but I don't want it too red. So now the next thing you can do is I like to add my filters. So you can add text first and then add the filters, and I'm pretty sure it'll change the text with it, but you may have to do some extra stuff. So I don't really like to have my text the same kind of format as my actual picture, so I'm going to do my filter first. So go up to filter, and my favorite filter is oil paint. So you can go click filter gallery and add whatever you want. So I'm going to change the shine up, change the angular direction, add some nice detail to it, and then when I get it to the place I want, I just click OK. And then once it applies it, I'm going to go to filter, filter gallery, and I'm going to use the texturizer because it makes it look more like kind of adds that cool effect. So now I'm going to go to image again. Well, before I do the image, I need to add the text. So I'm going to go to the text tool, wait for it to load, and now I'm adding my first thing. So I like to choose your color by here. Okay. Now I'm going to go to filter. No. Now I need to change the font. So I'm going to change it to... I like this because it like allows the background to kind of shine through it. So I'm going to Total TotalTyrant. Yeah. Photoshop isn't liking me today. Okay, now click hand to take that away. And most people like to actually add another one down here. If Windows 7, the wallpaper or whatever you had, didn't have a logo on it, I personally like to add like a cool little logo down here. Like Windows 7 Ultimate. And that kind of, it makes it a little cooler. I don't know. You don't have to do it, but just personally, I like adding it. So now for the final step, just come here, image adjustments, and then brightness contrast. This is probably one of the coolest steps I've found while using Photoshop because it just kind of pulls out the colors. And with most things, it just gives it the final touch. So I'm going to make the exposure up so it's lighter and then change the offset, the gamma correction a little, then click OK. Now for the final step, just save as, and then put it wallpaper, and I like to put finish on here so I know the difference. Yeah. And then save it as a JPEG. Now there's a weird thing with the JPEG where it won't save it after you add text. Well, it will, but it's just kind of got an error. So save it, maximum, okay. Now it'll save it, and then you can just close this, and it'll say that it hasn't saved, but it has. That's just a problem with the JPEG. So click no, and then here you are. Your wallpaper is finished. And you can just set its desktop background, and that's pretty much it. So thank you for watching TotalTyrant OSX. Subscribe, like, add favorites, and I will see you guys next time.